trust me, your customers are looking into cloud. Whether they get it from you or they get it directly from the service provider themselves, the trick is not in the consumption and the transaction and the margin you're going to make. How many of you in the audience feel that you've been delivering cloud for years? So how many of you in the audience feel you've been delivering cloud for years? Fantastic. How many of you today can do usage-based billing? You're the only ones who possibly could be doing cloud. The rest of you are building infrastructure and virtualizing it and standing up something, but you're not doing multi-tenancy, you're not billing on usage. I realize that's our definition. I realize that you have your own definition, and I get that. But the point of the matter is that really it isn't about the transaction of you holding on to the margin and holding on to the PO. It doesn't matter who bills. What ends up mattering is really around how are you going to customize it for the end user and make their experience unique to them. I understand making the $5 a month or $10 a month may seem insignificant when you used to make tens of thousands on selling and implementing the license. But over the long term, the recurring revenue is fantastic for you when the services revenue is extremely lucrative and profitable. Technology continues to compress from a margin perspective. Unless you've got a really solid business model and a very high value prop and extremely differentiated, where you start to differentiate is in this customization brokerage. So don't worry about the transaction. It's great if you make a little bit of money, but don't get held up on how the service providers are actually going to take their products to market. Think about what's the value you need to add for your customer to have a fantastic experience with that. Remember, it isn't about the PC, it's about the personal cloud. Remember, it isn't about the technology, it's about the business process. And so when you think about the next step, you'd say, well, I've got to integrate multiple cloud services into the end user's environment. Because Ingram will make it transparent for you to consume from one place, bill from one place, all highly valuable and all things that I wouldn't recommend you do on your own, unless you want to make heavy, heavy investments. But where you really can add value if you don't have software development capabilities is leveraging the APIs that are in the market and starting to integrate various cloud solutions and making sure that they are being consumed the way the customer wants to.